looking for something more. But if you wanna link up, you can hit the line. Call me anytime. So you decide, and I'll just wait. I don't get you, I don't chase. So you decide, and I'll just save my time. I guess we'll never know, but don't say that you're sorry. Don't say that you're sorry, girl. 'Cause we came almost too close, but don't say that you're sorry. You don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. I heard that you wanna be something. Why you gotta treat me like nothing, yeah? I heard that you wanna be something. You're already talking. I guess we'll never know, but don't say that you're sorry. Don't say that you're sorry, girl. We came almost too close, but don't say that you're sorry. You don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. Don't leave me on, don't let my phone. Don't leave me on if you don't really want me, girl. We keep on hiding in shadows, 'cause I'm not supposed to be with you. But I kinda like fighting battles, 'cause I know that I'll never lose. Don't wanna skim the surface, stop writing on purpose, 'cause babe, I know we're worth it. There might be consequences, we should take our chances. Ease up all the tension, the tension. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Oh, it's better when I can't stop thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. I'll say what I wanna say. Couldn't wait another day, 'cause there's something about you. I'll do what I wanna do with you. With you. Do what I wanna do with you. With you.
There we go. We got everything fixed. Everything's good. It's Sunday. And you know what that means. I'm Alex Jonathan Brown, and welcome to Sunday Scaries, brought to you by Not Bestseller. We got an interesting one, folks. So I've been thinking a lot about streams and stuff, because as your favorite part-time streamer, thanks for the hat. It is, as you know, a green hat that is currently transparent, but you can't see my hand behind it, because of green screens, and I just decided to go with it today. What do you do? And I don't mean like as a job. And I don't mean like you wake up every day and do your best. We all do that. But like, what do you do? Like, what's the thing that gets you up and out of bed every day? What's the thing that like gets you hyped? Specifically, what's the thing that you think you do better than most people? And that could be so many things. Like, you don't have to have an answer. I don't have an answer. I think I do this thing really well. I think I host really well, and I think, like, weird audio glitches aside earlier, I think I'm pretty good at, like, streaming, right? But the thing about streaming, and I listen to a podcast that talks about this kind of stuff a lot, but I think I've talked about it on the show before, Blank Check with Griffin and David. Shout out to all my Blankies out there. Shout out to Emily Yoshida, mother of Blankies. They talk about how in the United States, animation is like a really specific thing. And I don't mean that it's CGI or hand-drawn, but for whatever reason, like in the big budget system of things, right? If you're making an animated movie, it has to mean a certain number of things, right? It's almost definitely like something you can bring the whole family to. A lot of times there are like fantastical characters or stories or like a sexy fox person or whatever. But animation isn't really a genre like that. Like, you can have horror animation, you can have suspense animation, you can have, you know, pick your own favorite thing. You can have sports animation. And we just don't do that here that much. Whereas like in Japan, you can watch like a My Hero Academia, which is just like, or, you know, the whatever the one is about figure skating. Like, other cultures have decided to play with those mediums as much more than genres. So we do a lot of video game content here at Not Bestseller, and I think the reason why, or one of the reasons why, is because that's what streaming is, right? Like, we're on Twitch.tv. It's so many like streams or podcast, or so many video games, or like podcasts about video game adjacent stuff, right? And I think I just decided that was the default, and that's what we should do here. We've had a couple variances from that. We did the Lego stream with Joan Baumgartner Brown. Shout out to Joan. Hi, Mom. Last week we did the Pog stream, which was very exciting. We're not doing Pogs today. We will do Pogs again soon, I promise you. But like, I was in a real funk this week and this weekend, you know? I'm just getting over a little illness. I'm fine. But when it came time to decide, like, what's the video game we're going to play on stream? Because that's what we do on streams. We play video games. I was like, I don't know. I'm playing Madden, but nobody in the chat wants to watch Madden. I know that much. So I just kind of kept peeling back layers and was like, let me know if my mic sounds a little better now. What's the thing I do? Like, what's the thing I want to do? And the thing I always want to do is nonsense. Like, I want to make nonsense stuff that I think is cool. And I want to, like, make stuff. And so today, we're going to make a thing. I'm excited about it. I'm going to need your help, going to need your feedback, or I'm going to need you to just tell me I'm doing a great job. Yes, I know I did turn my audio down, but it was peaking. So I can turn it back up a little bit, but it's still peaking. So I'm probably going to keep it at this level and just match everything to it. So you may need to turn up your devices. But yeah, we're going to make stuff. It should be chill. I'm Alex Jonathan Brown. As you know by now, it's Sunday Scaries. Let's make something cool.
If you are alone tonight, you can come with us. If you don't have friends or family or people that you trust, we will be your confidants, your sisters and your brothers. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have much, but we got each other. We don't have much, but we got each other.
And see, we're doing cold opens and stuff. Well, I'll be darned. Trying to become a little professional show. Hi, everybody. Today's beverage, we are drinking a Moxie. Very hard to see with how the light is in this shiny label. But we're drinking a Moxie. The original elixir. It's distinctively different, which it is. So today, we're going to make a little crowdsource zine here. Let me see if this is actually set up to work, right? Not yet, not yet, not yet. There we go. And we're going to do it using a program called Electric Zine Maker. And I will get the link for it, which is the thing I meant to do beforehand. And I did not. You can download it. It is a name your own price tool. You can download it at this link that I just threw in the chat. By an artist named, what is their last name? Nothing's more fun than me trying to give people credit. Yeah, Nathalie Lawhead. Perhaps it's pronounced Natalie. But they are doing a bunch of dope stuff. Why am I so tiny now? Such a tiny little guy down there. There we go. They're making a bunch of awesome stuff with this kind of like art toy space, which for what we're doing is perfect. So zines, if you don't know, let me go back to my classic example here. This is a zine. It's hard to see. But this is issue 1 of 404 magazine, which I think is still available at... Yeah, you can click that link right there if you want to buy your copy of 404 magazine, issue 1. But basically, it's any kind of like little guy like this. This has art and writing in it. This one has poems. Issue 2 is getting in the mail, at least to me, tomorrow. Sorry, jokers, if you're not on that list. And a zine can be really anything, and I'm going to grab a couple more. Again, issue 2 is out now. Get excited. I'll be back in a second. It's on my shelf. It's a very chill stream today. One second. Alright, so I couldn't find the one that I really wanted to show. But that's fine, we'll figure it out. I'm actually going to switch back to this so you can maybe stand a chance of seeing a little better. So, again, like, usually they're paper, right? It's cheaper to print It's cheaper to print on one color, so a lot of them are one color. I have 3 issues here of You Have to Deal With Me Breathing. Actually, 2 issues, and then a chapbook. And this is a dope little zine by Colette Arend. That is wrestling promos. You can't see any of that. The wrestling promos typed out as poems, and I love these. Promos, if you don't know, are the interviews that wrestlers do. And it's just like transcribed stuff. Colette does amazing work, and I love these. This is their chapbook of original poems. Hold Me, Gorilla Monsoon. Again, now we're just talking about cool things I have on my shelf. And then, like, poetry chapbooks, I feel like live in this weird space between zine and normal book. But this is Pamper Me to Hell and Back by Hara Lindsay Bird. Again, you can't see it. But I recommend all those. So anyway, we're gonna make a zine, just a little book about a thing. Let's get back to the electric zine maker here. So there are a bunch of different ways you can do a zine. You can do an 8-page folded zine, which is just one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that folds up into a booklet. You can do a Z-fold, which doesn't require any cuts at all. An 16-page micro mini, which is very tiny, a square accordion zine, or the mini booklet. We're going to do the mini booklet because that's how I think most. So I know I said 8 pages. This is actually going to be 16 pages. And we're just going to go through and make a zine. So let's go ahead and let's start on our cover page. Not because I want to start with a cover, but because that's where we're going to jot down the ideas for what we're doing. So let me grab just some text here, and we're just going to type out some ideas from the cover. Again, I want as much feedback as you want to give me. If you don't give me any, I'm going to make a zine anyway. We're going to be done, we're going to be done by 11 Eastern. So always for me, I think pro wrestling's an idea for a zine. I understand that that's not always the most popular. Again, it's hard to ignore it, but video games is an important thing. It doesn't live update, so when I'm typing, you might have to wait until I'm done typing to see it pop in. The pencil space I would recommend, but that's taken. What's the easy link for Plumbago? We could do Pogs. I've been thinking about Pogs. So we'll add that to the list. The thing about Pogs is I don't know what I have to say about Pogs, but we can figure that out together. It's also, plumbago.xyz, if you want to read some really dope zines about pencils and things surrounding pencils. My favorite thing about zines is they're not always, they're not really about the thing that they're about. We've got Oscar, my dog. We've got Lucha Libre. So far, people are pushing hard for Oscar, which is doable. I got plenty of photos of Oscar. We got Fort Wayne, which is always an option here. Let's get some just ideas. Like, are there any ideas we want to tackle? Like, imposter syndrome. Keto things. Oh, I missed the rabbits. We'll definitely get rabbits added in there. Please stop. Okay. A zine about making a zine, sure. I'm going to add just not bestseller as like a concept because I should do one of those eventually, even if that's not today. One thing that's cool is we can just make this text box a little wider or a little tinier, not that large. And then if we want to, we can just rotate it 15 degrees and drag it around here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. We got a +1 to the not bestseller. To the not bestseller idea. I mean, we could do that if we wanted to. I don't know how collaborative that'll be, though. It's tricky. The unbearable lightness of being, the concept or the book, or both. We can definitely do a soda zine. Okay, as a concept, not the book. This is why we ask these questions. Let me figure out how to get my camera a little darker. It's a little bright for me right now. I'm looking a little washed. A little washed.fm up in here. How's that? Whoa, there we go. That's a zoom. Which now means I need to undo. I love it. I love it. Masks goes back to the lucha potential. It's not bad. How do I do this though? It's too dark back here. That's our problem. Alright, you know what? We're going to go with it. Hashtag YOLO. Make myself a little tinier. So you don't have to see... We're playing fast and loose today. Okay, so we got masks added to the list as well. Okay, I think that's a good list. Let's talk through them. Pro wrestling, I'm going to take off. Because that's mostly just me. Video games, same. We'll keep Pogs. We'll keep Oscar. Lucha Libre, we're only taking off because it's also pro wrestling. Keto Things is boring, and that would just be about Vinny from Jersey Shore. Rabbits is really good. Zine about zines, also doable, but I think I'm going to kill that for now. Unbearable lightness of being as a concept, and soda. We'll take masks off. It's too COVID-y. Alright, so now we got it down to 2, 4, 6, 8 ideas. Which I like. Let's do another pass through. I'm going to take Oscar out because Oscar deserves a better zine than I can put together in 3 hours. Going to take Fort Wayne out because I don't want to get canceled. Gonna take not bestseller out because I've been trying to work on that for months and don't have anything. So trying to get that done in 3 hours is probably tough. So we got Pogs, Imposter Syndrome, Rabbits, Unbearable Lightness of Being, the concept or the book or both. Okay, we're going to try a thing. Okay, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but there should be a poll starting right about now. And if you can't get to it, yeah, so we've got about a minute to vote. This is how, if you have problems finding the voting, just let me know in the chat. So far we are at 50-50. Now it's 33-33-33. Now we're just watching votes come in. Again, other beverages that have got us to this point today. Coca-Cola Energy Cherry, I don't love it. And I think we are going to go ahead and call that on the voting. We'll give you a couple more seconds to get a vote in if you haven't voted yet. But Imposter Syndrome correctly has no votes so far, which is just a real great example of what Imposter Syndrome is. But then I do want to just put some music on in the background. Okay, now we got some tunes. We will go ahead and end the poll. That is... Soda's the big winner with 60% of the voting. Cool. All great ideas. Thank you, everyone, for your suggestions. I gotta turn that down. All right, bye. Okay. So let's make a zine about soda. That is too loud in my headphones. But I can turn that down. I'm trying the... Twitch has a new thing that just lets you play music that they've pre-cleared. So that's where this music's coming from. Alright, let's make a zine. So, zine about soda for the front page for now. That's all we're going to do. And now I would like to go back to the menu. Okay. So we know what the cover's gonna be. It's gonna be a cover. I am a big believer in using this for using the first page inside a, so you know, when you open a thing, you've got a thing here. You open it up. I'm a big believer for using this for like traditional front matter stuff. To me, it makes it feel a little more like a book. So we're just gonna grab a pen here and just write. So that's just the front matter. We'll get back to that. And so for me, the next step is now let's figure out what... Oh, you can't hear the music now? I turned it all the way down. My bad. Now I feel like it's maybe louder than me, but we'll see. Alright. Andy and Katie left, so I'm going to mess with the audio levels a little bit. Hello? There we go. That's better. Alright, so hopefully you can hear the music. If you can't and you want to, just let me know. We're going to go ahead and rename this file as Soda Zine. Save early and save often. Oh, where'd my zine go? Come back, zine. Come back, zine. no. Oh no. Hold, please. Oh no. Okay, I hilariously can't figure out how to come back to a zine once you've hit save. So we are now going to go back here. Hello. And just start over again. So, again, this one is just going to be soda. If you haven't tried to write anything with a pen for a while, or with a mouse, it's tricky. It's trickier than I remembered it. I mean, that's not much worse than my actual handwriting. Okay, so now I kind of just like to sketch out like how the zine is gonna flow. So this is gonna be our page 1, which I would normally put like, what's a good page 1? I guess, do we have like a thesis on soda? Let's just type a little bit here. If you have any freeform thought associations on sodas, now's a great time to let me know. I think we are pro. I think that's a fair stance, Von Farolo friend. But like, have you really welcomed Diet Coke into your life? What's with all these weird sodas? Why do so many mediocre white men talk about soda so much? What counts as soda? I mean, I think we maybe figured it out. I think that's the one. Oh, you guys can't see any of what I'm typing. There we go. So we've got, it's nice to have a cold beverage, but like, have you really welcomed Diet Coke into your life? What's with all these weird sodas? Why do so many mediocre white men talk about soda so much? What counts as soda? And what I think might be the winner, quit drinking, I hope you love seltzer. Because that's like an idea that I think might be fun to explore. Maybe we're going to make a little sober zine here. So we'll do done there. We'll save real quick. I think we're going to rename this now. For some of you, this may be the... I'm thinking of one mediocre white man, and it ties into the sobriety thing. It's fine. You know what? I'm gonna type it out. I'm gonna be smarter than the tool here, and just type it out. But again, let's go text. Let's go Also, you guys didn't leave. You told me you were leaving. Okay. So, working front page now for what has turned from a soda zine into a zine about how you have to drink soda if you've stopped drinking. Specifically seltzer. Okay, so then we can turn this front page into what is essentially a table of contents. Let's go back. So we've got, again, 16 pages in 2-page spreads, for the most part, minus the front, back, and inside covers. So it might be interesting. And again, this is just sketching. Like, I mean, really, if we're doing a zine, this should be like my personal story. Which is a great page 1. That's kind of this is our story before the recipe, if you will. If this is a recipe, oh, that's page, okay, so that's the inside. But then we can go from the personal story into okay, so let's also, it's also weird because normally this is a process that I do just all in my head, so I'm trying to talk through out loud. But I've now said seltzer enough that I am stuck thinking of really the one great pop culture reference for seltzer, which is just Chuckles. Is it Chuckles the Clown? The probably most famous Mary Tyler Moore episode where a clown dies and Mary can't stop laughing through his funeral, and then the guy who's giving the funeral asks Mary to laugh, and she can't laugh and breaks down into crying. So I'll just make a little note there, a little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants, which was that clown's catchphrase. Do clowns have catchphrases? I think of more like vibes from clowns, like Emmett Kelly, sad clown. Bozo, clown for kids. Bozo, clown who loves a grand prize game. Bozo, clown with a weird number of buckets. Cookie, Bozo's sidekick. Okay, so please don't. So then this week can kind of start telling the story about when people started drinking, when sober people started drinking seltzer. I don't think this is a category we're going to be able to answer, but I think it's interesting. So we'll leave that there for now. And then maybe like I do love all these cool little potato tooltips that Nathalie's given us. That can't be how you pronounce that, but it's just phonetic. So we could also just do like a seltzer brands ranking in here, which is a good page for that. Any other ideas on what seltzer, or we will move this page, but since this is technically a soda zine, just like a little seltzer versus soda, seltzer versus soda, where do you land in that ongoing debate? Let's just Google seltzer real quick. The nice thing and by seltzer I do mean Bing seltzer is that I can just do this now. Oh, you can't see it. Okay. Well. Oh, there we go. It's back. Okay. So let's just look through some Bing results for seltzer here. Let's look at the seltzer definition. The seltzer definition at dictionary.com. That's tricky to say. It's a naturally effervescent mineral water containing common salt and small quantities of sodium, calcium, and magnesium carbonates. I'm not going to take a quiz about M-dashes though, but thank you. So let's, like, this is a real zine-y thing to do. Maybe that goes in the front matter too, like. Maybe we just add that there for now. We do not know that. Fond farewell to a friend. Let me find the story. How was seltzer invented? See, here we go. A brief history of seltzer booms in America. Come on. The trick of getting this to display the way I want it to is always interesting. Where's my Okay, you can't see. There we go. It's so weird. The hook time feels really low for this. Hold on. Huh. All right. A brief history of the seltzer booms in America. For over 100 years, the bubbly beverage has gone in and out of vogue as a wellness tonic. Here's a very chill quote. 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, a man looked more or less ashamed of himself when he ordered a ginger ale, lemon soda, or seltzer, a bartender noted. Nowadays, however, everything has changed. Soft beverages are the taste of the day. There's already a book on seltzer. Seltzer's a chameleon. Okay, here we go. The idea that sparkling water has medicinal value dates all the way back to the Greeks, but it wasn't until the 1700s that spa culture really took shape among the okay. It was invented in an 18th century English brewery. Pharmacists would take a water like Perrier, analyze the salts in it, and then buy the salt and make their own soda water to replicate it. I don't know how that would work. Yes, low-key stomach bug. Where was that line? And did I read that out loud or just in my head? Yeah. At a time when most sources of drinking water, especially in cities, were polluted, people pretty much always had a low-key stomach bug. I mean, same. Spending a couple of days in the country drinking clean water, filtered up through the layers of minerals, couldn't help but make them feel better. Interesting. The word seltzer itself comes from the name of one of the German spa towns, Niederselters. Again, just gonna hold on, like, that's a cool word, so we're just gonna make sure we hold on to that. We'll use the back page as kind of just a parking area for these ideas for now. Again, just trying to keep them all in the same spot so we know what's going on. Can I get my window back though? There we go. But how was seltzer invented? I don't want hard seltzer. Get out of here. I used to be really good at Googling things. Oh, carbonated water. Let's just go to Wikipedia. Easy. History, naturally carbonated, alcohol drinks, sparkling wine. Okay, in 1767, Joseph Priestley discovered a method of infusing water with carbon dioxide by pouring it back and forth over a beer vat at a local brewery in Leeds, England. The air blanketing the fermenting beer, called fixed air, was known to kill mice suspended in it. That's terrifying. Maybe it's because you're hanging mice, though. Priestley found water thus treated had a pleasant taste, and he offered it to friends as a cool, refreshing drink. Oh, Joseph Priestley. In 1772, Priestley published a paper titled Impregnating Water with Fixed Air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make a note of that. And again, this is just the research chunk of this work, right? It's not always exciting, but you learn stuff. In which he describes dripping oil of vitriol, a terrifying name, also another great band name, onto chalk to produce carbon dioxide gas, and encouraging the gas to dissolve in an agitated bowl of water. Okay. Priestley referred to his invention of this treated water as being his happiest discovery. Seltzer's a chameleon, Joseph explains. Through time and all around the world, people have filled it with meaning with the idea that it can communicate something about who they are and who they want to be. Well, beans. We gotta add that also. Okay. Done. Yes, all the alt-goth kids in high school do love oil of vitriol. Okay, so now we got, I hate that it defaults to pen and not let me move things. You weirdly can't, like, edit text in this. It's so interesting. It is kind of like a set it and forget it way of working, which is not how I work at all usually. Okay, so that's all helpful. So okay. Oh, the problem is I want to make this really good now. And so again, sometimes you just have like little... Okay, I gotta redo this now. Sometimes you just get like a little idea in your head and you just jot it down. So just like, okay, so here's how this works together. So I just threw down, like, into my brain came the idea, I'm not sure anyone has started drinking seltzer on purpose, which ties into that idea of seltzer as an accident to begin with, right? Like Fond Farewell to a Friend said, accidentally created. And I think there's something to that idea of, like, so have you heard... okay, so there's the Andy Warhol. Corner Potato's doing amazing work so far. So Andy Warhol has a quote. And again, it's the internet. Let me just find it, and I'll read it to you correctly. I think it's Andy Warhol about Coca-Cola. Yeah. Shout out Philosophy of Andy Warhol from A to B and Back Again. The second most bonkers Andy Warhol book available. Okay, so I'm reading this from Kottke.org, but it's the quote from Philosophy of Andy Warhol. What's great about this country is that America started the tradition where the richest consumers buy essentially the same things as the poorest. You can be watching TV and see Coca-Cola, and you know that the president drinks Coke, Liz Taylor drinks Coke, and just think, you can drink Coke too. A Coke is a Coke, and no amount of money can get you a better Coke than the one the bum on the corner is drinking. All the Cokes are the same, and all the Cokes are good. Liz Taylor knows it, the president knows it, the bum knows it, and you know it. Okay. So, just an amazing soda quote in general. But I think it speaks to a thing that ties into this idea that I'm working on of I'm not sure anyone started drinking seltzer on purpose. There's no, like, cultural push to get people to start drinking seltzer. Yeah, I think I stand by that. I think that works. So, like, I mean, yes, there are Michael Bublé. All right. Let me jot that down real quick. Because that's a useful idea. Okay, so one of the problems is that you can't remove stuff from these pages, right? So, like, that's stuck there now. So we'll just have to restart this page over. Oh, you can undo. All right, we can just undo it. All right, but you know, there's the Michael Bublé bubbly commercials, and like LaCroix is popular, and I think there is like seltzer's obviously having a moment, but not in a way where you're like expected to drink Coke, right? Like, soda's bad for you. So maybe you start drinking seltzer instead. But, like, I don't know, I think And now we're just into personal vibes, right? I think the tie between like my sobriety and seltzer is like really emotionally strong for me. Or just canned water in general. I mean, can of Liquid Death. This is empty. No one ever came up with a seltzer tax. Correct. And again, this is a part of the process that if you like anything I've ever done, you don't usually see this part of me having like half an idea. Scenes are awesome. Yay. Okay. So anyway, I just needed to talk that out loud. But that line of "I'm not sure anybody started drinking seltzer on purpose" is good, and it's almost good enough that I don't care if it's true. Why does my something about this is not hooking well to I just don't love anything my camera's doing right now. That's better. I can live with that. Slide me back over a little bit. Yeah, what's up? Okay. I'm still not sure about when did sober people start drinking seltzer, but we can come back to that. Seltzer brands ranked, I think, is just great, and we'll stick with that. Seltzer versus soda, where do you stand? Just maybe do straws here. We'll come back to it. All right, I wanted to have this laid out by 6, so let's move here. Another thing I forget is that zines are visual. What a shock. As a person who does not always think visually, so maybe that's just some seltzer art. Sir, I'm trying to keep this family-friendly stream. Let's assume I can spell. But let's do seltzer improvements maybe as an idea. Like, how do we make seltzer better? This is enough to get going. We'll figure some stuff out. Okay. So we do the cover last because it helps to know what goes into it. We'll also do the back cover toward the end. This is really two of the same page, so let's cross that out. We don't need it. So this is like short essay. Wow, Brown. My handwriting is slightly better than this IRL. Not a lot better, but slightly better. If you're just joining us and you have thoughts about seltzer or sodas, feel free to throw them in the chat, and we'll try to get them worked in here. But I think, okay, here's where I think we should start. What are your favorite seltzer brands? While I do a little quick layout. Do you have favorite seltzer brands? Let me know. Oh, that's a great, okay, perfect. Thank you, Phil. Okay, so seltzer improvements is not what I want, but maybe this is our hard seltzer section here. Okay, so we do have a hard seltzer chunk. Font for Older Friend has thrown their list in the chat. Waterloo, Bubbly, LaCroix, Safeway Select. Where did my list? Oh, is this one? Yeah, I think I killed the. Okay, yep. Here we go. Just gonna click through and look at some fonts. I love a courier. That is interesting. Do you know why that might be, Phil Rayhouse? See, I'm a sucker for this nonsense. Like, give me these bad fonts all day, every day. Is Spindrift? That's fair. It is like, it's like a fuzzy almost when you aren't expecting a fuzzy. Wow. Absolutely shocking. Thank you. It is very fuzzy. Is Spindrift hard seltzer or just a regular seltzer? Noted. Okay, so Spindrift is real. Spindrift goes hard on fruit. Oh, it's also alcoholic, so okay. No, Spindrift is alcoholic. Oh no, they just have a separate brand. Get out of here. You're not a real. You're not a real seltzer. Not best seltzer. Very good. Okay, so I think then, just based on the chat, we might take just take Fond Farewell to a Friend's list and do like a oh, I'm so mad. All right. I love this is so normally when I do a zine I'm in full InDesign, have Photoshop stuff ready to go, and using this tool is like making me commit to things in a way that is very much the way that you used to hand make one of these, and it's causing my brain some chaos. But let's just do okay. We're just gonna call it, and again, holler if this isn't good for you. Oh, but is that a better? Because I do like that font too. All right, let's try this again. Oh, this is again. This is free software. It's pay what you want. But it is already changing the way I think about working on zines, which makes me very happy. And like what I want to do is I want to close this gap so bad. Like I want to tighten that up because I like all my lines stacked on top of each other, and that is just not going to happen. But that's okay. Okay. If you have a definitive seltzer list that you want added to a zine, I will give you a page because it'll make my life easier. What's like a seltzer font? That's what I want to know. What's a good seltzery font? If you check out 1001freefonts.com, where does New York Seltzer go in that list? New York Seltzer, I think, really the seltzer game OGs. But here you can see Burgie Seltzer, a font that I don't love that much. Gonna camel cap your handle so it's a little more legible. Yikes. Okay, so let's put this list together then. Where do you want to drop? Where do you want to drop New York Seltzer in this list? The OGs of the seltzer game. Second after Waterloo. Okay. Right House, if you have a list for hard seltzers or would like to start working on one, that would be a great little page. Then we'll make you our expert. Ooh, I like this font, but I wish I wouldn't have done. It's too much with both of these. That is not an effective font for what we are trying to do here. Too much. Too much. I can live with that. I can live with that. I'm actually going to take a photo of this with my phone because I feel like I might have to. Might have to delete it to replace it. Replace it after I lock it in here. So people love right justifying things. One of everybody's favorite things to do is right justify a thing. But with numbered lists, it looks stupid. Don't do it. Maybe make this a little smaller so we can do something cool with art there. Yeah, it's kind of boring. But that's me. It's not. It's a very exciting list. Alright, let's just do that for now. Like I said, if we need to change it, we'll change it. Alright. So, hello, Orborning. We're making zines. This one is about, well, it started about soda, and now it's about seltzer. But if you have any hot seltzer thoughts, now is a great time to let me know. So another great thing about go ahead and crank that safe search to strict. So we can just kind of pull. So zines are tricky. All of these images are obviously copyrighted. But I think zines usually count enough as derivative work that we don't have to feel too bad about it. What are our other options here? Alka Seltzer. I legitimately just put that together. Okay, what about, what's a good, like, seltzer? Like, old-timey seltzer? Is that what I want? Like, old-timey seltzer. Funny old-timey dresses. Not super helpful here, Bing. Do you think Chandler Bing... Like, if we're rebooting Friends in 2021, there's so many Chandler Bing jokes, right? See, this I kind of like. We're not going to steal this because this is like somebody's work. But it's like a cool vibe for inspirations. If you have any cool seltzer images, feel free to throw them in chat. Or just whisper them to me is probably a better way to actually get them on stream. What's the most expensive seltzer? All right, Slate, don't let me down. Howell's New York Seltzer is apparently the fanciest seltzer. Thank you, Phil Righthouse. I'm making a note on... My whole setup is ridiculous. It's too complicated right now, but, you know, I'm not a professional zine maker, so... Okay, so... Truly... White Claw... Cape and Line, never heard of that one. And Press. Okay, thank you, Phil. If you're lazy, LaCroix sparkling water. I mean, true. If you want a seltzer with actual flavor, Spindrift. Which, you know, fair. Oh, that's an idea. That's an idea. Hold on. So just Google New York Times seltzer real quick. I'm not gonna... No. I thought this might be a little more visually interesting. You know, it just seemed like they might have a cool headline we could cut out, but they do not. But this is cool. It's video. Let's just do a quick scroll. I'm realizing you all are getting to see all the fantastic ads that I get for things like tactical belts and stuff. I don't need to get angry at a New York Times article about sobriety. But, like, I could. Alright, so let's just get... I just need an image for this page. So what's, like... Ooh, Topo Chico is great. Topo Chico might need its own page. Because I could write a quick essay about Topo Chico. Easy. So we'll just do Topo Chico, which I don't even think of as a seltzer. But it definitely is. It's as good of a seltzer as anything. Okay, so let's get back to Fun for Older Friends page here. And just give me like a wait, Waterloo. Okay, here we go. That's what we should be focused on here. Okay, let's see what our image options are for Waterloo Seltzer, the number one on Fun for Older Friends seltzer list. They're all just cans. Just a little grapefruit and a Vice, if that's the kind of thing that you're into. Help me out, Waterloo Seltzer. Like, oh, found it. We're clearly going with that guy. So if you're on a Windows, there's this great little program called Snip and Sketch. In a Mac, you do it through Preview, but we're just going to grab this little guy. And it's going to try to save it. And it's going to fail at saving. So we're just going to vibe to music that I'm not sure you can hear. Yep, agreed. You cannot. Yep. Love to see it. Alright, let's try that again. So really what we're trying to do is just get in the rough. We're trying to fill up the zine as much as we can without... Why isn't this saving? We're trying to fill up the zine as much as we can without having to write. Because writing is the tricky bit, and we are almost to the halfway point, and we are not to the halfway point. So... Okay. I just want this guy. I just want this little guy. Okay, hold on. We got a possibility here. All right. Let's see what my options are if I click import image. Okay. So this is one of those things that happens when you're streaming that wouldn't happen normally, because I can't currently save anything I make. Oh, there's my load zine button. Wow, okay. Well, that's good. Alright, so we're going to close out of this. We're going to pop back over here real quick. Hello. We're going to close. We're going to hope it saves. If not, you know, that's Zine life. Because I wonder if that program isn't making it so I can't... Because it does a direct save, I wonder if that's not what's stopping me from being able to grab this little image. So, we'll just check real quick. That was it. Okay, solve that problem. Pineapple guy. Save it on the desktop. Great. Now let's get back into... Again, if you're new to the stream, this is our first time doing a zine on stream. Thank you for your patience. We're working out some of the kinks. Okay, mini booklet, fine. Load zine. When you save a zine, a My Zine folder is created in a zine page. On your desktop, open the zines folder. Okay, I can do that. No! No! Okay, so now let me track this folder down. Which does not seem to exist. There we go, zines. Soda zine. Okay, so now I think, let's see if this works. Let's go back here. Nope. That's the stream intro. There we go. Again, if you're just joining us, we're using Electric Zine Maker. By Alien Melon, available on Twitch. Not Twitch, Itch. So close. I think if we just drag this folder on here now, it might open up. Maybe it's here. Oh, okay, onto the main menu. So what if we drag it there? This is very frustrating. Oh, is it because I didn't click save? Almost definitely. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's start over because it's great. Okay, so I'm going to work real quick now because I cannot believe that I just didn't save. Oh, what an annoying thing to have happen. That's fine. That's fine. You gotta keep that PMA is the thing. So let's just go with that. Just filling in what I can remember from the stuff we had before. So here's that line that I liked. I don't think anyone's ever started drinking seltzer on purpose. This will be really interesting to... Yeah, I do have a video recorded, so I could go back and, like, go through everything. I think I'm just gonna wing it, though, because with how we thought through it, if I can't remember it, I'm not I'm willing to let it go. So, let's go seltzer started as an accident. Oh, and then maybe this actually flows a little better. So let's put the picks then. Let's put the picks at the end. So this will be, nope. This will be Fond Farewell, and then we'll do... We'll drop that in there, and this is the part where I do not remember what else we had. Oh, because we were doing sodas, so... So one of the things that is interesting about making things in 2021, by which I don't mean this year specifically, just like the world, gestures at everything, is how rarely we just like full on lose an idea. Like, especially if you're a person who works, you know, out of Office 365 or Google Drive or any of those, you can kind of always get work back, right? You know what I'm gonna do? Save that zine. Oh, and then does it fully go away and I have to... Wow, this is clunky. All right. Can I get back to the... All right, so every time I save, I just have to redo this, apparently. Which is fine. We're back. But I did that. I'm about to throw a full-on fit, y'all. Because why won't that load my zine? A zine folder, which is what this is, into this menu. Alright, we gotta figure this out before we can do anything else. You guys want to see me do a zine in an hour and a half? Because it's about to happen. I'm very confused. And like, of course, that's not helpful. Sorry, you're missing some very exciting me going through menus in Windows. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so we click here. Load Zine. When you save a zine, a My Zine folder is created in a Zines folder. Okay, that hasn't happened. So why hasn't that happened? I know exactly why that's happened. I'm so frustrated at myself. All right. We're going to restart Electric Zine Maker and give it admin access so it can actually write to a folder. Which is one of the reasons why I keep killing your video. Alright, let's start again. But we're going to be smart this time. Alright, so here we go. I wrote test on a page. We're going to save it. I just don't know why this doesn't work. I've not been able to effectively spell electric one time. Hashtag blessed. This is a tricky problem. See, I don't feel like that should happen. Oh, we've lost the zine 3 times now. Since you've been away. It's very fun. I just realized you didn't see what I said. Shouldn't happen. All right. All right, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. We're going to have to be tricky. I think we got one shot. One opportunity to get this right. So we're going to close this out. We're going to restart. I mean, this is legitimately, I don't want to say, I'm not one for like really promoting stuff. Nope. Wrong thing. I'm not one for pushing what I do real hard just yet. But if you want to see some high wire creative work, we're about to do it. So here's the problem we have. When Zine Maker is open, for some reason, it is not letting the file structure of my PC work. So I can't open something in a browser, save it, and then pull it into Electric Zine Maker. Because if Electric Zine Maker is open, I can't save anything. It's weird. If this was anyone other than Natalie Lawhead, I would be worried, but I'm not. Famous last words. So I think we just have to find all of the art we need before we open Electric Zine Maker back up. And then we just do it in one swing, and then we export when we're done. We just can't close Electric Zine Maker again once we open up. which is fine. That's doable. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we are gonna bring. You know what? Let's just start with a fresh browser. Start with a fresh browser. Not now. We're gonna close out of this. I'm gonna bring this back over here. All right. Here we go. High stakes zine making, y'all. I mean, this is just interesting. Gordon Ramsay's gonna have a Hell's Seltzer. But really what we need is Michael Bublé. Let's find just a great Michael Bublé image. I specifically don't want like a bubbly one. So, Michael Bublé, if you don't know, is the current spokesperson for the brand of seltzer called Bubbly. Because his name's the same. Because people watched SNL one time. Oh, I need my pro tip. If you don't know, somewhere in settings there's usually a tools. Yeah, it's tools. Let's change that to large. We've not talked about caffeinated bubbly. Bubbly with a kick or whatever they call it. God, is Michael Bublé too is that too easy of a joke though? What if we just Google bubbly? See what happens. Oh wait, hold on. Is Don Ho the Tiny Bubbles guy? Yeah! Here we go. Alright. It's like a cool Don Ho image. I like this one because it's already... The back's already cut out, and I'm not going to have to do any additional work on that. Oh, but the better joke... Here's the better bit. Check out this image. Shout out to early 2000s. Hoku. My brain has really like 10,000% just reset on this whole zine. It's gonna get lit. What's like some real... The problem with Hoku is that they were not famous enough that there are good images of them on the internet. Colby Calais does not have a very trivia question style connection to bubbly though. It does start at her toes, crinkles her nose, etc. It's wild that maybe this Hoku idea isn't what I want to do now that I've said it out loud. Oh, that's a better... You're right. That's better. All right. You might have nailed that. Credit when credit's due. It's the same person. Like, who could even... Do you think I'm going to get accidental more viewers when it looks like we're just looking at Colby Calais photos as a stream? Yeah, I think we're going back to Don Ho. Why aren't you larger? You know what? It's a Zine yellow. I'm gonna just switch this here real quick. Ooh, Jake Gyllenhaal's Bubble Boy's not bad either. I don't know why I'm so protective of my file setup today, but I really am apparently. Okay. All right, so we got a Don Ho. Check and check. We've got Bubble Boy, which could be helpful. Not Bubbly Boy. Although I can't imagine that this movie has not been thoroughly canceled. Bubble Bobble Dragons, that'll go over well. What else? We just need to get like again, not the most legal way to do a zine. I'll be super honest with you. I mean, this one's fine because it's Wikimedia, but it's not helpful. How do you not have a bigger version of this image? You jerks. They are about anarchy and stuff. Where are we at on time? Whoa, boy. All right, I don't like this at all. Influencer Orchestration Network. Is that your whole article? Garbage. No. What about this? What about this classy little photo here? Okay, so for 16 pages so far, we have 4 images. This is so the opposite of how I work, but we'll make it fine. It'll be fine. Oh man. Okay. This is just fully me talking to myself now. That's what this stream is. Don't ever give me a web P. I don't want a web P. No, I don't want it. Congrats on... Well, congrats, Recess. You managed to stay out of the zine because I don't want to deal with a web P today. Any other suggestions for... Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what I need. I need seltzer. Alright, I gotta start thinking... I gotta start going fast here. Let's go fast. Gotta go fast. Don't open it. No, I don't want a sponsored one. Shout out to Four Loko. What is the name of that clown if it's not... Okay. Was it not Chuckles? Oh yeah, okay, that's him. Stop it. Everybody's getting smarter than me. I don't think that's what we're gonna call it, but I don't have a great reason for why yet. Like, if you guys keep pressuring me, I will eventually call it that, but we're not there just yet. There we go. There we go. All right, so we got that. Did we get a Michael Bublé? I think so. Now I'm just looking to Mary Tyler Moore photos, which is not what I want. Seltzer. Bottle. Oh, yeah. That's gonna need some Soda Stream in here. Listen, sometimes Tori spelling is going to be in your zine. Sorry. Okay. Can I do a zine in an hour? Oh, this is just a nightmare. Why are you such a bad image? Okay, so what's the case for not best seltzer? Like, I understand that it's a good pun. Does it in any way tell you anything about this thing that we're making? Um, maybe. Like, it depends on what kind of zine we think we're doing here. Which is, not, to be fair, not a thing we've discussed yet, but... No, it is just a zine about seltzer. So, like... And again, we had this all figured out, and then it all went away because the internet's bad and hard sometimes. It's not a quest for the best seltzer. We already laid the whole thing out! It's just like a zine about seltzer. So maybe it is not best seltzer. Like... Because there's not much else to it other than that. The nice thing about doing this is that I can just do bits like naming. I can just name files whatever I want now. Breaking seltzer news. What does that give me? Hardseltzernews.com seems like a nightmare. There we go. That's useful. Alpha Seltzer's not bad. But what was the... We had a title and I just don't want to go check it. Because I believe that if projects leave you, they are meant to be left. Those ideas are gone. We will come up with a better one. But, like... We had some really good titles in there. Also, where did my music go? This is just an empty track. Oh, I just turned my headphones down. What are those mermaids? Right House, we found the image for your thing. LaCroix Boys, I think is already... Let me check. LaCroix Boy, yeah. They're already a band. Already a band name. Which is how you know it's a good idea. Like, if somebody... I think, like... Having an idea that has been taken, like that time I invented the pork chop, just, like, shows that your brain's working right. What is the name of a... I think... Okay, so again, we've lost... It's gone to the ether. Also, I'm very, like, ghost-like. See how you can see the start menu through me? Some version of that, nobody gets really into seltzer on purpose. I think it's still really good. Is that because I came up with it? Almost definitely. But That's kind of why I'm trying to stay away from like puns. But also one of the titles we had was A Little Song, A Little Dance, A Little Seltzer Down Your Pants, which is just a reference for Katie. Alright, we got an hour left to do this zine, so here we go. Like, long story short, let's get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. That's how long it took me to spell electric again. Alright, here we are. Back in it. So if you're just hopping in, we're encountering a bug where for whatever reason we can't save. We can't save. And we can't save anything else on the computer while this program is open. So we just gotta one-shot it, basically. Which is fine. I can do a one-shot, no problem. Alright, we're gonna save the title for later. But that'll go there. I wonder if it's... Huh. Always Be Seltzen's not bad. Okay, so that looks like it might work. Which is exciting. Bubble blather. Also not bad. Okay, so the good news is that we can export. We can export. Thumbs up. Treat yourselves. Again, not bad at all. You guys are killing it with the puns today. Simply the seltzer. Alright, let's make a zine. I mean, hold on. I think we can actually... I think we probably know the back cover already. Alright, that's a good back cover. Is that a better front cover, though? And then we make that the back cover. This tool is changing the way I think about zines in a way that I appreciate but do not enjoy. The potato just hangs out and like gives us tips. It just loves zines, loves being here. So then we do have some cool, like, we have some very zine-y options here for things we can do. Make it a little sketchy. That's not bad. This is a very AJB choice. All right. All right, 2 pages done. The cover's not done. JK, LOL. Okay, so let's do the other pages that we know, because we've done them once already. But this time we'll do them for real. So... Alright, we got 54 minutes. Let's knock out a zine that I don't hate afterwards. Good luck, y'all. Some people have face blindness. I have font name blindness. So as we fill in the rest of the scene, let's keep having the title conversation, because it's going to be the last thing we pick. But we did decide that we're going to have 2 lists of seltzers that come from the community. We've already got them both. One from Fond Farewell to a Friend and one from Phil Wright House. Oh, look at how good that is. Should that be the other way, though? So here's just a little... This is just the way my brain works. Your brain never has to work this way if you don't want to. So, we read left to right. So this text is rising, right? Like, which way? Uncle Robot, because I think we're talking about the same thing, and now I'm interested in your take. Right, and the problem is that, like, the instinct is really that, because then the bubbles are at the top. So, 2 options. And one easy way to solve this problem is just to... Yeah, I like that better. I can't do a hard return. All I have control over is the size of the box. But I can play with the size of the box. Plenty. That's frustrating. All right. We'll go with that. All right, that's locked. That's locked into place. All right, now let's scroll up into the chat. And find the list. So, that's Phil's list, which is not the list we need right now. That's cute. I like that. Done. Sorry, I scrolled so I cannot see chat currently. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's just find a font here. Call it a day. That's perfect. Since we've got a ranking theme, this is where we're going to drop in this. It's where we're going to drop in this LaCroix before boys, which I would like to send back, but I cannot now because this is wild. All right. Alright, let's re-import this. All right, where's my text tool? Now, oh, oh man, I gotta work smarter, not harder here. All right, that page is done. All right, now we got to find. So now we'll do the hard seltzer list. Check it off the list. Thank you, Fawn, for well to a friend. Let's get our Post Malone back in here. The thing that's tricky is that I don't think I'll be able to put text over this without having it. All right, we have 40 minutes. I gotta stop pussyfooting around here. All right, let's track down Phil's list again. Sorry, we're doing stream names. I know it's a huge difference for you. Family-friendly stream. Just some real... I don't know what website that font reminds me of, but it definitely does. All right. Phil, where'd your list go? There it is. It's like a good adult seltzer font. That works. Here's the thing, you gotta YOLO it sometimes. That's too much. Check it off the list. That one's done. We have 3 fully done. 4 partially done. That's not helpful. Oh, it does kind of look like eggs. That's fair. Oh, that's not bad at all. But I don't think we're going to have any blank pages. I think we got this. It doesn't really look like eggs to me, but I'm focused on the wrong thing. Right. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to be quiet a little bit probably while I write. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. But this is really, as they say, where we're going to see if we can't make the magic happen. And then I'll read this after it's done. But we're doing first drafts, so I can't talk out loud and type at the same time. Can I not bring that to the front, though? Alright, we're going to copy and paste this out of here. I like how my hat looks like it's the same color as the background now. Oh, wait, it's because it's white. Don't be stupid. How about that? Much better. Welcome to Watch Me Type. We've lost 5 viewers since I started doing this. Deal with it. Exactly. Maybe speaking doesn't exist. Yeah, Natalie or Nathalie, not sure. Lawhead is just dope. Like, they've done so much of this kind of stuff. That's very good, Phil Randhouse. I had to read it 3 times, but Eh. Here's a pro tip for me. Yeah, I think that's like the bit of it, right? And you weren't here. I've been through those stages of grief already. But a pro tip if you need to write fast, if you just want to do a first draft like this, is write in a font that you can't actually read. Because it'll stop you from going back and doing edits on your first draft. But now I just need to find... Now I just need to fit this box. And the thing is, I don't care if it's actually legible. Nothing like a real first draft personal essay. Alright, we're done with that. It needs a better tag. Ah! It was the accident I do. Frick, as my nephew would say. Frick. But know how to spell pamplemousse? I was close. Alright, I don't love it, but it's done. And once I click done, it's really done. I can't change it anymore. There we go, it's done. Alright. We have 20 minutes, real quick. Just name things about seltzer. We're scrapping what we had before. If you're still watching, give me a seltzer idea. We'll do it fast. We'll do it live. I love a real good stretched image. Oh no, what happened here? Oh, y'all were just waiting. Thank you, everyone. Is Joseph Priestley inventor? Okay, hold on. Ooh, fond farewell to a friend. Asking the big questions here, because frankly, like maybe. Bitters and soda was my day drink of choice. All right, what do we have here? Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. That works. But bump. Okay. I just need some text. Just something that works for a picture of Topo Chico. We're not going to get this done in time, but that's okay. Hold on, I got it. How about that? No. Yeah, actually love that. Let's go. No, that's trash. Guy who likes SodaStream, but not too much of his SodaStream is very good. Center that. Make it smaller. There's my line break. Okay, we're going to try to see if I can't save this here. You going to work for me this time? It just got real. I'm going to explain this one. It's worth it. It's worth it. So Freddie Prinze, not Freddie Prinze Jr. was on a show called Chico and the Man. And so I did a little ad with Freddie Prinze saying, "Do you need to feel like the man? I'm Freddie Prinze for Topo Chico." Done. Ship it. All right. I can save images now, so this is going to go a lot quicker. What a dentist frowning. Yep, no problem. Yeah, this is really now just throw ideas at me. We'll just do bits all day. Get less smooshed. Yeah, it's gonna be not family friendly for a second. The shift to seltzer has affected my dentistry business so much I had to have some fancy Italian guy set up a very involved scheme to get my daughters into the preferred school. Had to buy a fucking rowing machine and shit. Sorry about the language. In short, seltzer's probably bad for your teeth and definitely going to give me a coronary. Take it easy. And then we'll attribute it to a dentist. That's an animated GIF, not helpful. Alright, 7 minutes! Not gonna happen, but we'll do our best! Why can't I find like a good photo of Donna and Tom? So mad. So angry. That's very good. So angry. Oh, I have, hold on, I have my magic tool here. If your CMS has stuff in .webm, whatever, I'm mad at you. That's my takeaway. Just let me see those sweet, sweet JPEGs. There are more GIFs of these two than there are. So angry. Alright, let me just try this. Didn't I save you already? I did. Alright, we're back. See how impact installed. It's a very good Pomflumus joke. Alright, so we got treat your celts here. We got an asterisk for reasons that are about to become incredibly clear. We still think Aziz Ansari is a sex pest, right? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Right. Let's see. Do I think we're gonna have this done in 2 minutes? No, I don't. You know what? Not worried about it. Huh. Huh. Psst. Not what I wanted. Thank you. Undo. Doing some great Aziz Ansari bits. Done with that one. All right, so we got a choice to make. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and call it. I think we'll finish this up later. It's late. I'm sleepy. We did our best. I think we would have got it done had we not lost it twice. But I'm feeling good about this. I think we did some good work today. Let's look at where we are so far. Cover's gonna have some Tori spelling on it. The back cover is gonna be the other side of that image because that's a good through. Front cover is going to be front matter, or inside front cover is going to be front matter. First story is my thing about why I care about seltzer that I realized I didn't read. Long story short, I stopped drinking for a reason. Do you need to feel like the man? I'm Freddie Prinze for Topo Chico. Love that. This great thing, thank you. Katie's reading a book for that suggestion. Take it easy. And then, forget who had it first. Uncle Robot, Treat Yourselves, and then I added, unless you're noted sex pest, Aziz Ansari, and I made him a custom t-shirt of that great line from Master of None about going to Whole Foods. And then end of the book, Fond Farewell to a Friend, their definitive seltzer list, and a seltzer not just for babies, Phil Wrighthouse's guide to the best adult seltzers. You know, I'm pretty proud of what this was. Let me know. Like, obviously we got some kinks to work out of this process. But that's what you're supposed to do with kinks. But let me know if this kind of like creative stream vibes. Oh, Phil Wrighthouse will give you the credit for it. Congrats. Let me know if this vibe works for you. If you know me personally, hit me up during the week. Phil, I'm glad you thought it was super fun. But it's 8 Eastern, or it's 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern. Go say hi to your friends or family, whatever. We'll be back here next week. Who knows what we'll be doing? I have some ideas. But we'll talk about those next week. Until then, wash your hands. Thanks, Joan Brown. Valiant effort. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Get your vaccines. And I will talk to you later. Let's see what happens. Do you remember why it was a one-shot? Because last time I hit saved, it just disappeared. Alright, I'm going to go investigate and see if that's real or if it's all gone again and I get to start from scratch again. Bye, everybody!
If you are alone tonight, you can come with us. If you don't have